All right. In case you haven't noticed, there hasn't been much in the news about Mr. Julian Assange of WikiLeaks in recent months. Not too long ago, and I mean not too many minutes ago, I saw a video by a man I highly respect. His name's Anthony Lawson of Great Britain. He is an awesome journalist, and I admire that man and admire that man and admire that man for his courage and his ability. But he finally made me mad for a very vain reason. I was proud of myself for feeling like I was the very first one to realize the truth of Julian Assange. I at least have some documentation on my Facebook, comments going back on walls and arguments with people going pretty far back, almost to the moment where he hit the headlines, where I believed that he was simply an actor working for the United States government. Nothing about any of that story made any sense to me immediately. I mean, it was just too perfect. I mean, I've worked behind the camera enough to know when something is staged, when something is reality TV. What really gives a person away, and I don't think, you can ridicule me for how I look, go ahead, really gives someone away, especially on national TV, is when they don't look so good. Like Michael Moore, he doesn't work so hard at looking so good in front of the camera, which argues a character is being enacted, a costume is being worn, a character has been developed. Julian Assange, look at him, his hair, the way he dresses, the way he acts, it's just like, huh? It's like something a famous author would have come up with. And then we got the story about him being this man of mystery, this international man of mystery, who is suddenly embroiled in a rape trial and being guarded from extradition by the wealthy of England, with the fear of being taken by the United States for questioning, for exposing classified documents of the highest and most secret of importance, given to him by a very low-ranking individual named Bradley Manning. I didn't buy that story at all a long time ago. And I got in arguments with people online about it, and I thought, and I was alone in this. I mean, absolutely alone. At least with 9/11 conspiracy ideas, you got a few videos you can go to find some solidarity, but I had nobody about this Julian Assange thing. That invention is mastery of manipulation. I mean, the whole idea is to hoodwink the opposition, the people that would be inclined to oppose the powers that be, to get them on their side unwittingly by giving them a leader to follow. There's no documented employees of WikiLeaks, all right? None. This could be a very long video, but essentially this is introduction to the thought. I'm getting it out there. I've never made this kind of video. Julian Assange is an actor, and Australia itself is very suspect, and only recently, well, maybe not very recently, but you can see there's suspicious movements. Very, very, very clearly. What their prime minister says yes to, agrees with, and espouses, denies, it's just uncanny. She has no skill at it. I mean, she's just so obvious, and the people that pay her to say what she says are sitting right in front of her nodding their heads in a weird way, it's just dumb. It probably goes back quite a ways to the 50s, the impetus of people like Rupert Murdoch and Frank Lauer, I mean, just highly influential people in media, government. But that aside, this Julian Assange thing, just we're supposed to believe that he's just sitting around in a mansion in England, sweating his ass off, being afraid of being taken to Guantanamo Bay for being such a great guy as to expose the corruption of the United States and the international community, when in fact it's all a joke, it's all a lie. Nothing in any of those documents is of any severity of breach or risk to national security of the United States. It's really working, the terrorism that is enacting in the minds of everyone. And it's doing all kinds of things. It's fish hooking all kinds of people to speak treasonous things, to stick their neck out, to be cut,